Gentlemen, we are going to try an experiment today. This is an experiment in reading minds and picking up information over hundreds and hundreds of miles. This is essentially sight unseen, because I believe that one of you has a deck of cards, and that's Ryan. And one of you, in a moment, I will ask to think of a number from 1 to 10, and that'll be Bryson, not to worry. Ryan, do you have your deck of cards?
Yep.
Okay, very good. I am going to ask you to keep the cards out of sight for this entire experiment. And I'll have you first mix up the deck of cards, if you will, please. Just thoroughly mix the cards so they're in a completely randomized order. And once you feel that the deck is sufficiently mixed, then I'm going to ask you to count face down into a pile 8 of the playing cards. And you can pull them from anywhere in the deck you want to. I'll have you count out 8 face down cards. So again, we have no idea what the cards are. And at least at this point in time, you have no idea what the cards are as well. Once you have the 8 cards counted out, I'll have you take the rest of the deck and just set it aside, because we won't need to use it for the rest of this experiment. You have the 8 cards. Now I'm going to ask you to take those 8 cards and mix them thoroughly face down, so that, again, we have a randomized set of 8 cards. Once you've done that, then I want you, if you will, to take the 8 cards, make them into a neat little packet, place them, I don't want to see them, into the palm of your hand, and then hold them there in front of yourself. Because now I'm going to ask you to take the top card off that packet. Do not show it to us. Take the top card, look at it, please remember it, and place it face down back on top of the packet. Okay? Now I'm going to ask Bryson. Bryce, you've been thinking of any number, and you could change your mind as much as you want, any number from 1 to 10. What number would you like from 1 to 10?
The number is 8.
8. Very good. Then what I'm going to have Ryan do is, Ryan, one at a time, you have that packet in your hand. I'm going to have you count the top card to the bottom of the packet. That's 1. And then do it again, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and 7, and 8. And once you're done, please tell us you're done. And you may watch as you're doing it. And, let's do it again. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To mix up the cards. So once you've done that, and it's all done, then I'm going to ask you, please, to deal in a moment the cards out in front of yourself face down, and just deal them off one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4 for a top row, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 5, 6, 7, 8 for the bottom row. Okay? And once you've done that, I just want you to tell us.
All right.
Then I'm going to ask you just to turn all the cards face up, so now you can see them. Okay? And once you've turned them all face up, I am going to ask you in a moment, please don't show it to us, but I want you to look at the top row. I want you to look at the last card in the top row. Gently lift it up, still out of the camera's view. Lift that card up. Just kind of look at it, concentrate on it. Ryan, that's not the card you thought of, is it? No, you can discard it. Put it with the rest of the discarded cards. Now I want you to look at the bottom row. I want you to pick up the last card in the bottom row. Do not show it or tell us what it is. Concentrate on it. I'm trying to get a picture of it. That's not the card you selected either, is it? I'll have you discard it. Now, I want you to look at your card. Do not tell me what it is. I want you to look at your card. I want you to gently pick up your card, and then I want you to switch it with either the card to the left of it or the card to the right of it and set it down. Okay? And now what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you, if you will say out loud in order, the cards in the top row. What are the cards in the top row?
The 8 of clubs, the
Yes.
9 of spades,
Yes.
10 of diamonds.
All right, very good. And now what I want you to do is please tell Bryson and myself, what are the cards in the bottom row?
The Jack of hearts, the Jack of clubs, and the 3 of spades.
Very good. Now, I want you to look at your cards, concentrate on them if you will, and as you concentrate on them, I want you now, if you will, just to pick up your card and hold it. And I'm going to ask, was that your card in the top row? Wasn't it? Okay. Please hold on to it a minute. You will notice I have an envelope here. It's been sitting here all day, as you all know. And inside is one card. And you guys together created a number and helped to create a totally randomized deck of cards with a randomized number. And through that randomization, you ultimately selected a single card based upon a number that Bryson gave at random, and you mixed the cards, shuffled the cards. And so there is, in fact, one card placed inside of this envelope. And now I'm going to ask you, if you will, to please lift up your card and show us what your card is. Your card is, in fact, the same card in the envelope.
Wow.
Gentlemen, thank you so very much.